SideMax track guides are back just in time for week 10 of the Ground Zero Racing GT3 League. This week we're racing around the Daytona road course, which is of course the more interesting version of this track. As usual, racing will kick off at 8 AM in-game, with a 20-minute qualifier, which is then followed by the first race, which will last approximately 30 minutes covering 18 laps. There will then be a short break for you to go and get your favourite snacks, and don't forget to let us all know what you're snacking on tonight. After the break, the shootout, or qualifying 2 if that's what you prefer, will take place for 5 minutes for the drivers to set a quick lap under pressure. Then of course race 2 will begin and will last about 20 minutes with 12 laps. This evening will be interesting of course, because unlike our track guide tonight, some torrential downpours are expected for both races, so get your cameras ready for some absolutely smashing racing. The evening will finish off with interviews of the top 3 drivers from both races, and perhaps we'll get another noobs raid. For this week's track guide, we'll be jumping in the best SideMax car, of course, the number 94 Mercedes AMG with our big man, Fozzy. So here we are, heading up towards the timing line, tugging the wall on the right. We're going to drift over to the left now, over the timing line, drift over back to the right. We're going to lift off at this last white marker, brake at the yellow line, turning in, nothing too harsh to avoid spinning out or going wide. We did take the corner a little bit wide, however we're now going to accelerate back out through the chicane, over towards the right and then straight over to the left of the track, braking at the second to last dotted line. We're going to take a late apex here to get a nice big run up, extend the track a little bit as we go out of the international hairpin, heading up towards turn 4. We're going to take this nice and wide, nice and long, using all the track. We're now going to brake at the end of this access road, turning in. If we brake a little more and use a later apex, you can get around that corner a lot quicker. A little twitchy there, of course. We're now going to use this access road on the right as our braking point. We've got to go in the corner. Again, this is a little wide here, but we've got to be really careful on the throttle. Very gentle inputs to avoid spinning out as we head up onto the main oval track. Staying on the inside, of course, to get the quickest line possible. As the bank turn ends, we're going to drift over to the right and start hugging the wall, getting ready to brake for the bus stop. Braking as soon as we hit the green Rolex signs, turning in, lifting off, no inputs, and accelerating out. It's very easy to unsettle the car if you're still braking as you go through the bus stop or accelerating. So it's very important to be really careful with your throttle inputs. Of course, we're hugging the inside of the bank turn, and as we exit the bank turn, we're going to head over to the outside of the track, hugging the wall again, drifting over back to the left as we go across the timing line. And with that, your lap guide has been served. Back to the fancy new studio.